Happy Tuesday, everyone. Tucker and I are sitting on the front porch. Tucker is the Duckling Sculpt by Audrey Stoete, and he was done by Cece Baldamino of I Love Reborn Dolls by Cece. When I was a little girl growing up, my mom would buy me a little golden book every week at the grocery store, and I had a huge collection. Well, I wish I still had my collection, but I don't. We got clean and cleared out and threw out. But I am getting a few of my old favorite books back. So I thought today I would read Little Tucker, his nap time story, and share it with you guys. This is Dr. Dan, the Bandage Man. Dan is a busy fellow. He is always on the go. But one day in a big backyard cowboy fight, he fell and scratched his finger on his make-believe gun. And what do you think the big cowboy did? He cried. Boo-hoo-hoo, Dan cried. And he ran in the house to his mother. Now his mother was always glad to see Dan, but a cowboy crying? How could that be? Why, there's nothing to cry over, Mother said when she saw the bright red spot. We'll wash it and clean it with soap and water and bandage it up, and it will be better than new. And quick as a wink, it was. Back went Dan to the cowboy fight, and all the boys gathered around to see his new clean bandage too. Next day, Dan hitched up Spotty, his pup, to take his sister Carly's doll for a ride. But Spotty saw a cat he wanted to chase, and he forgot all about that doll. Lickety-split, Spotty started off. The wagon tipped over, the doll tumbled out, and Carly started to cry. My baby hurt herself, because the doll had a bump on her head. This is nothing to cry over, said Brother Dan. I know just what to do. So he led Spotty and Carly into the house, and he carried the hurt little doll himself, with a rather bad bump on her head. We'll wash it clean, said Dan, and he did. We'll bandage it up, and he did that too. Dan opened the wrapper. He picked up the bandage. He picked the bandage out and held the two stiff pieces. And zip, that bandage was on the doll's head. There, smiled Dan. She's better than new. Now, said Carly, I want one too. Are you hurt? Asked Dan. I don't know, Carly said, looking for a scratch. And sure enough, she found one. It was a tiny scratch, and rather old, but it was a scratch just the same. Dan washed it clean and bandaged it up. Thank you, said Carly. It's better than new. Woof, said Spotty, and held up his paw. Dan laughed. I guess you must want a bandage too. So he put one on Spotty's paw. Next day, Daddy was home from work. He went out to mow the lawn. And what do you think? He cut his finger on a slippery, sharp lawnmower blade. Let me fix you up, Dad, said Dan. I know what to do. We'll wash your finger clean and bandage it up, and it will be better than new. Dad looked surprised, but he followed Dan, and soon Dad wore a bandage too. "You're a handy fellow to have around," said Dad, and he shook Dan's hand. "I have a new name for you. We'll call you Dr. Dan, the Bandage Man." And they do to this day, so we will too. I love these little books. I'm finding brand new ones on, I guess it's Marketplace. So once in a while, maybe we'll read a story. The babies love their stories just like I did when I was little. My mom would sit, she had a great big white old rocker, and she would sit and rock me, and we would watch American Bandstand and read stories. And then I would go to my grandma's, and her and my aunt would read me stories. So I was read to as a child, and I just thought today we would read. I don't really have any toddlers except for my Benjamin Sculpt and my Missy Sculpt, and they're actually just larger, older babies. And I cheat, those are the ones that I use, but I don't have any dress up clothes for the boys, so, and I'm not twinning with anybody today. So Duckling decided that he wanted a story, and I said, well, why don't we read to everybody? And he thought that was a great idea. Thank you all so much for stopping in today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.